Is VP. Welcome to the Koplak Show. We are having a big weekend this weekend. Hii weekend the World Cup inaanza, but still we have the UFC whiteout card. Main event to be Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria, man, we know this guy come to knock out each and every time. He's been fighting legends since he fought in the 145 division. Justin Gaethje, though, is a natural 155 pounder, and that may be a big difference because Ilia is coming in as the small guy in this fight, because mainly he's been fighting the smaller guys, because he fought like Alexander Volkanovski, he fought Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, of course, we knew he came from 145 ndo akapanda to 155. He fought Max Holloway, 145 pounder too, but Justin Gaethje is a natural 155 pounder. We know Ilia Topuria has a big power. He's a good boxer, and the jiu-jitsu is still there, but he doesn't like using the jiu-jitsu a lot because anajitambua sana na pande yake ya mkono. But coming in to a guy like Justin Gaethje, uses his leg kicks a lot, and the previous fighter hajakuwa kutumia the leg kicks. In the Paddy Pimblett fight, I expected him to use the leg kicks because he uses them so good, and it almost cost him that fight, but he fought well. Paddy Pimblett decided to go and stand up with him, and that was a bad decision for him because angetumia tu jiu-jitsu zake. And I think in this fight Ilia Topuria too has to use the MMA type yenye anaweza penda kutumia sana. We all know he anapenda kukaa sana kwa boxing stance, but you know Justin Gaethje, he likes using kicks a lot. The boxing stance of Ilia Topuria is on a southpaw. If Justin Gaethje can use the calf kicks and beat the leg of Ilia Topuria, he can't step in on that leg a lot, so it will be hard for him to throw the combos that anaponga amezoea, and that might be a good game plan for a guy like Justin Gaethje. Use the leg kicks a lot, both for the calf kicks, akiteremsha mkono unarusha high kick ya juu, because we've seen him knock out a guy like Dustin Poirier with the high kick. And in this fight, like Topuria, he's been kicked before in the high kick. A guy like Jai Herbert almost knocked Topuria out, so Justin Gaethje anafaa tumia kicks zake vizuri. I've been seeing him wrestling a lot, but I don't think Ilia Topuria is going to wrestle with him, because he doesn't even wrestle in his fights, and he's a guy who can wrestle and he's a jiu-jitsu specialist. But he likes making entertainment fights and entertaining fights each and every time. He likes standing up and banging. Dustin Gaethje too is a wrestler, but he doesn't even wrestle. He likes standing up and banging, and this is going to make a really interesting fight. I don't think this fight can go past the third round, because all of them are bangers and all of them throw heavy shots. We also Justin Gaethje getting knocked out by Max Holloway, and we saw Ilia Topuria knock out Max Holloway. So the MMA pia ukapiga inaonesha Ilia Topuria anaweza piga Justin Gaethje kenda vizuri, but Justin Gaethje has fought bad luck for him, because amepigania the belt 3 times versus Habib, versus a prime Charles Oliveira, and now he's going for the undisputed versus a prime Ilia Topuria. Bad luck for him, but we all know fighters wengine wanaweza kuwa na luck kupata hiyo time ya kupigania championship, but pia ukose kushinda. Mse kama Dustin Poirier pia he's fought for the belt 3 times, lost all the 3 times. So I think in this fight Justin Gaethje might be good to be at the top of his game for many years, but manze, coming to a guy like Ilia Topuria and the way he's knocking out these guys out, I think Ilia Topuria can get it done, maybe in the second round or third round knockout. But pia round ya kwanza manze, Ilia Topuria, that guy hits hard, so hard, and I don't think it's a good idea to go and bang with someone who uses the power very well, who uses the combinations very well. Juu Ilia ni kama anajua ngamali atakugusa, anajua tu hapo lazima uangushe mkono zako. So Ilia, the knockout artist as he is, I think he's going to make an artistry in this fight and KO Justin Gaethje in the UFC welterweight card. Next fight, Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane too is another fighter who's fought for the undisputed belt multiple times, but has never come close to winning, because he fought versus John Jones, he fought versus a guy like Francis Ngannou, and he fought against Tom Aspinall. So hizo ni belts tatu ameenda kupigania undisputed na bado ikaweza kumshinda. He's a former interim champ though, and this fight still is going to fight for the interim belt. Alex Pereira vacated the belt, the light heavyweight belt, to move up and fight at the heavyweight belt, but Tom Aspinall juu ya injury yake hakuna vile ingeweza kumove up, so Cyril Gane akarushwa tena hapo. I don't know how Cyril Gane gets his name up there. Maybe anaweza kuwa a good manager, but he's always the best number 2 guy in the world, because in this scenario Poatan coming up, I think is going to move up with the power yenye anakuanga nayo, because at middleweight Pereira used to knock these guys out, so he used to have power. At light heavyweight too, he's knocking these guys out. and I think in heavyweight too he's going to have the power yenye ako nayo. I've seen Cyril Gane using the head movement vizuri. Head movement yake inaweza msaidia poa sana, because again like Alex Pereira, you can't expect to stand up there with him and throw punches with him. He's going to knock you out, because the left hook of Alex Pereira is like a stone. Can put down any man on this planet. But the side is going for the 3 belt. So hiyo itakuwa ni a big historical moment if anaweza shinda hii belt. And the last fight vile tunaona ile time yenye Pereira anakani kama unaona hizi shinda, that's the time Pereira is at his best. But coming in the kickboxing style, watu wanatumia kickboxing style, of course Cyril Gane anatumia kickboxing style yake. Alex Pereira alitoka kwa Glory Kickboxing ndo akampa UFC, so the transition pia imekuwa tu ni pale. So ndio maana nadhani hii fight itakuwa ni a stand up fight between two kickboxer, two strikers, and the better striker mwenye anaweza land fast, of course yeye ndo anaweza shinda. But I think Alex Pereira is prepared. Hajakuwa akifanya media sana vile amekuwa akifanya media. He's coming in heavy. He's working with 258 pounds, and that's a heavy man since alikuwa na fight kwa 205 just a few months ago. But of course I hope the power is there, and the kickboxing style of him and the hand speed of him is going to be there. And it's hard, man, as a fighting fan going against Alex Pereira. I don't know, maybe itakuwa ni an upset if Cyril Gane anaweza shinda, but I'm going to pick Alex Pereira to be the next interim heavyweight champ and defeat Cyril Gane in the UFC White House card. Next fight, big fight on the heavyweight fight still is going to be Josh Hockett versus Derrick Lewis. Josh Hockett had an impressive fight. He fought well, arguably the greatest, the heavyweight fight of all time, kulingana vile toughness yenye alikuwa nayo. It was a 3-rounder fight versus Curtis Blade, and he went to the deep waters. Josh Hockett has a background of wrestling, but we've all seen that like the pendi hata kuwrestle sana as much as I should do take down, but the last fight alikuonesha anaweza wrestle na ni tough sana. He's been calling out Alex Pereira, but I don't think he's even ready for Alex Pereira, because zile design Curtis Blade alikuwa anamfanya. If you decide to stand up with a guy like Pereira, might be bad news for you. But going in to stand up with a guy like Derrick Lewis, he's the king of KOs, holds the most heavyweight KOs of all time. But the last fight alipigana na Waldo Costa, he got stopped with a jab, and that was not really good coming in from a heavyweight. The cardio yake I think itakuwa ni trash. Sidhani anaweza the whole 3 rounds na pace ya mse kama Josh Hockett. Josh Hockett alikuwa anacheza NFL, and I think the cardio of Josh Hockett is going to play a bigger main factor in this fight. They might bang vile wanataka, so the first round might be actually fireworks. Either of the fighters can land, but I'm yet to see if Josh Hockett has that one punch KO power for a heavyweight, because Derrick Lewis has proved each and every time he can knock these guys out. But Josh Hockett momentum akonayo, nini akonayo na fight yenye alipigana, na still amesign an 8 fight fighting UFC. So I think it will play a big part bana, because of course hata yeye anajua akishinda hii fight that is another big name for him to fight. He's been calling out Alex Pereira, so maybe that's a 2 fights or 3 fights away, or maybe even 1 fight away. Depends on how he's going to put it on Derrick Lewis in the UFC White House card. So I still expect Josh Hockett to go in there and dominate Derrick Lewis in the UFC White House card. Next fight is the bantamweight division. We are having Sean O'Malley versus Amen Zahabi. The Canadian fought really well. He's been climbing up the ladder vizuri sana. We had an impressive win of Chito Vera. Still had an impressive win of Jose Aldo. But in the Jose Aldo alionyesha he gets hit a lot, and I think you will make a big fighter, because if you're going to fight a guy like a sniper like Sean O'Malley, he's going to take you out of there any time, because counters za Sean O'Malley zinakonga ni there. He's a guy who striker mwenye anatumia namba kama goti zake na anatumia kicks zake. Length ya Sean O'Malley pia inaweza msaidia sana, because I think ukiangalia range ya mse kama Amen Zahabi ni fupi sana. Amen Zahabi likes taking guys down, anapenda ku scramble sana, na ukishafika kwa cage sana, but Sean O'Malley ni ule apendi ukimshika sana unakwamba umemtoa kwa game plan yake. I think the blueprint to beat him, Merab of course alionyesha pale, but Merab was a different machine back then. I still think Sean O'Malley has a lot in his gas tank, and to show he's one of the very best in this fighting game. But coming in to fight a hungry guy like Zahabi, because Zahabi, hata mimi naweza sema Zahabi anahitaji hii fight, because amekuwa akipigania kwa contenders mpaka kafika hapa. But I still think Sean O'Malley hata vile hii fight ilikuwa made, siko nadhani ameshafika kwa kaliba ya kupigana na msee kama Sean O'Malley, maybe msee kama David Martinez. So on my heart I still think Sean O'Malley is the better striker, the better fighter of them both, because the last fight Ime Zahabi got hit a lot, and if Sean O'Malley can catch you like that, I don't think you can get out of there, because Jose Aldo put it on this guy. Wacha tu ni vile Jose Aldo alihema akirusha hizo shots akizunguka kwa cage. Well, Zahabi is tough, but if you get hit like that a lot, I don't think the toughness can come. Unaweza pata maybe TKO ama uko knocked out, but Sean O'Malley for the win this weekend. Next fight it will be Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia, so underrated. He got a main event the last fight, and he came up and very impressive. The first round knockout versus David Onama. Diego Lopez has been so impressive ever since he came out on short notice versus Evloev. After hapo amekuwa akifight big caliber fights versus Gene Silva. He's fought for the belt twice, and the last fight pia aliweza ku lose for the belt, but kuna kitu mimi nilikamkona moja Diego Lopez. He's so good, but IQ yake kidogo inakuanga low. He can know Kenya atafanya, do everything correct, anapenda ku load up shots zake, anapenda kurusha counters zake, but coming in to fight a guy like Garcia has nothing to lose, I think, in this fight, and is coming in as the underrated fighter, and anataka ku prove point, because ukapiga mse kama Diego Lopez and in spectacular fashion, unaweza rusha your name up there, maybe to fight for the belt or a top 5, and I think in this fight Steven Garcia watu wamekuwa kimlalishia sana, and I think this is the fight yenye inaweza make up there to the top, and I'm going to ride with Steve Garcia. Diego Lopez has some good jiu-jitsu, uses the boxing very well, comes forward each and every time, and coming forward against a guy like Steve Garcia, itakuwa ni easier for him because he doesn't have to come to you, and he got that knockout puncher, likes using elbows sana, elbows zake zinaweza kukata vibaya sana, so I think hiyo inaweza kuwa ni a big capture, but still Diego Lopez has some good elbows too, because the elbow he hit Gene Silva with, man, if he does that in this fight, maybe a spinning back elbow ama kama mpige 12-6, hiyo itakuwa ni hatari sana. But big fighter for them both. I hope they are going to stand up and fight, because this UFC White House card, every fighter and every fight iliyoko hapo ndani ni stand up fighters, and I think this is going to make a big fight, and kwa in the 145 division Steve Garcia in case aweze kushinda, anaweza kuwa amesaidia sana pale aweze kuetata kwa top 5, lakini mse kama Diego Lopez I still think ni kama gatekeeper in this division, but maybe anaweza move up akashinda kwa hii fight, but you can't wezi dhani bado Diego Lopez atinifala hivyo, bado ni deadly, so tutaona vile ataweza kupigana kwa hii fight, but still if anaweza come na a big game plan. It's a World Cup weekend. World Cup actually inafaa ianze pia, and a big fight this weekend, so it's all about entertainment. So kile sport yenye nakubamba go nayo. So we are going to cover MMA, we are going to cover the World Cup and the boxing too, but this is a wrap in the UFC White House card. See you in the next video.